Hello and welcome to the highlights of day 4 of the first test match, Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Well, as we know, the Pallekele pitch has been brilliant for the batsmen, and day 4, interesting to take a close look at it. And once more, it looks quite good, though there are few areas where the rough seem to be appearing. So interesting to see how the spinners will bowl on this. So Sri Lanka at the beginning of the day, 229 for 3. Dimuth Karunaratne on 85, batting really well, leading from the front. Dhananjay De Silva with him on 26. Bangladesh bowlers tried hard. Taskin with the new ball, late on day 2 was aggressive, had a wicket. Mehdi Hassan had one and Taijul also had a wicket. This is where the game is. Bangladesh will be eager to try and force the issue with Sri Lanka. They're still 312 runs behind. 229 for 3. So it's time now for some action. Let's go across and join Shamim Chowdhury and Russell Anand.
Another bright and sunny day here at Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. A lot to look forward to. A lot of work to be done by the skipper, Dimuth Karunaratne and Dhananjay De Silva. And the Bangladeshi bowlers will be hoping that they can get some early inroads into the Sri Lankan innings to give them a semblance of a chance of dominating in this match. They've done it with the bat. Can they do it with the ball? Well, good start for both the bowler and the batter. Oh, not the fielder. That should have been stopped. It's got to go all the way and try to haul it in. Did manage to do that, but as I was saying, it's a good delivery, good shot, but dismal effort.
Punched off the back foot. Couple of runs. Karunaratne inching towards the 100. Yes, that's his 100. He had to wait for a while, but it was worth its time. As far as Dimuth Karunaratne is concerned, he is 11th in Test cricket, 3rd as captain, and this is his 2nd versus Bangladesh. And it beats the fielder, it goes away to the boundary. Dhananjay De Silva off the back foot. That will run away to the boundary. Short delivery that really didn't rise as much. Karunaratne was on top of it. Became eventually an easy option with mid-wicket open.
Edged and 4 runs.
More runs here. Another 2, I think. In fact, it might go all the way to the boundary. Timing was so good. Brilliantly done. Brilliantly done.
Nicely hit towards the direction of the swimming pool by Dimuth Karunaratne. Timed it nicely. It was airborne, but I think he had it totally under control. He'll look for 2. He's coming back. That's De Silva. 9th half century for Dhananjay De Silva. Great foil for Karunaratne in taking Sri Lanka closer to that follow-on mark.
Shot, beautiful shot, played late. The sweeper cover was in front, using that pace, using that angle. Batsman sets, not going to miss out on that. That's the end of the over. Sri Lanka 300, 3 and up as well, 300 for 3.
Just an element of risk for a second, but he had it in control. That sweep, got on top of it, rolled the wrist on it and all along the ground for another boundary. Made it look pretty simple at the end. Another lovely looking shot to get 4 more runs. Had to reach for that. What he's done is got enough bat on it to take it to the boundary. Well, well, well.
Twice he has strayed in this over. And he's been punished. 7 runs scored of him so far.
Lovely use of the feet. Brilliant shot. That made it look so simple. Eased into it and thumped it away. That's it. That's lunch on the 4th day of this first test match between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh.
A good session. Managed to score 102 runs, these two batsmen.
Well, Sri Lanka looking very comfortable at lunch with no wickets lost in the morning, with Dimuth Karunaratne reaching his 11th test 139 not out. Dhananjay De Silva on 74, partnership unfinished 141 and 102 runs in the session for no loss. The Bangladesh bowlers no joy at all on the surface. This pitch not responding at all, and they have struggled rather badly. And the Sri Lankans now getting closer to that 541 for 7. They're still 210 runs behind with 7 wickets in hand. So that's the story at lunch. It's time for a break, and when you come back, it will be the highlights of the middle session. Dhananjay De Silva, he's made 74. 9 fours already, has batted extremely well. Tuskin, first ball after lunch. And certainly batting has been pretty easy on this surface. We haven't really seen too many challenges to the batsman.
Shot again. Nicely met there. Beautifully played. Nicely played among that 2 fielders patrolling that boundary behind square. Sri Lanka 346 for 3.
That ball stayed down. That's a boundary. Excellent batting by Dhananjay De Silva. Moved inside the line. Ibadat Hussain bending his back. But again, the pitch not really giving the bounce he wanted, and the direction was wrong. Don't bowl there. Don't bowl there. It's too short. And Dhananjay is just enjoying himself. Look at the length, and he's gone on both sides. You're talking about that easy on the eye shot of the back foot. This is short and wide, and he just hit it behind point. Hits it behind square leg. That's the boundary he was looking for. And the 7th test 100 for Dhananjay De Silva, coming back after injury. And his second versus Bangladesh. And he's really stamped himself.
Upish slashed for 4.
And that batsman is on song. It's doing so very well. Look at that. Lovely. So very simple in stroking that away to the boundary. Delightful shot.
$150 for Dimuth Karunaratne.
Catch it is the call. No one's going to catch that. It's been stroked beautifully over the head of his partner at the other end for 4 runs.
390 for 3, and that's the partnership of a 200.
Just a bit upish, and he will get a boundary. Not afraid to come down the pitch. Oh, bit of innovation. Plenty of open spaces. Good thinking. Dimuth Karunaratne. That's behind point. That's a boundary for Dhananjay De Silva.
Down the wicket, gets a hold of it, and it's going to carry a long way. Well, that is belligerence for you. Just seem to just read the ball coming out and just dance down and pumped it away. Brilliant shot. And that is very, very ominous.
Shot again. Another boundary to Dhananjay De Silva.
Well, they're content to just pay respect to the bowling at the moment. It's good work. And I think they're going to take the break for the tea interval. Welcome, at least to the Bangladeshi fielders, that need that little bit of rest.
So Sri Lanka going to tea at 442 for 3, a very strong position indeed. Karunaratne 184 not out, and Dhananjay De Silva on 134, a 252 run partnership unfinished for the 4th wicket. So it's been a barren period for the Bangladesh bowlers. No joy at all, with bowlers not adding to their previous tally. So let's take a look where the game is at the moment. Sri Lanka trail Bangladesh just by 99 runs. They're now a very, very strongly placed 442 for 3, as Bangladesh made 541 for 7 declared early. Right, so that's the story at tea, and when you come back, it will be the highlights of the final session. Dimuth Karunaratne batting on 184 and Dhananjay De Silva on 134. Sri Lanka now just 99 runs shy of that mammoth Bangladesh score of 541 for 7. And that's where the game is, as I said. Bowling with a slip straight away.
That's a beautifully crafted stroke from the captain of Sri Lanka, Karunaratne, showing us that he can take on the bowlers whenever he wants.
Cleverly played, using the pace and just guiding it in the gap. Very safe shot, no third man. So becomes an easy option for the right-hander.
When you're facing a fast bowler, that's another option a batsman has.
Driven well by Karunaratne. That's timed well too. That will race away to the boundary. And that is his best test score. Rating his previous breast of 196. He goes up to 197 with that lovely drive through extra cover. Gets an edge, just short of the keeper. And the double 100 for Dimuth Karunaratne, a big moment in his career. And besides recording his best test score, he also becomes the first batsman at Pallekele to get a double 100. Well played, Dimuth Karunaratne. Well played, skipper for Sri Lanka. Goes square. That will run away to the boundary. That's an area that Karunaratne generally favors. Very strong square of the wicket and off his pads. And short and wide outside the off stump. And he pounces on it again.
Better and better for Dimuth Karunaratne, batting on double 100. No chance there at gully fielder. That'll sweep straight away by Dimuth Karunaratne. Easy pickings there.
Karunaratne enjoying a ball wide of the off stump, and the reverse sweep turning out to be very, very productive. Nobody behind point. Oh, good work. Very good work, Dhananjay De Silva. Down the wicket, mid-on saving one, mid-wicket saving one. And that brings up his 150. And Sri Lanka just carrying on. 497 for 3. Gets an inside edge. They know about you at fine leg. And it's a boundary, brings up the 500. Well, the rub of the green going Sri Lanka's way. Nothing seemed to be going right for Bangladesh. Karunaratne aiming towards extra cover, inside edge. And the 500 is up. Abu Jaid pitching it up. And oh, very close to that leg stump.
We can go up to 615, but we're not going to get that long. The lights are not going to come on. The light will fade. So let's say half or 45 minutes, Sri Lanka can get ahead. The umpires have a reading from a previous day. That's what they match it to.
So finally, the umpire deciding light wasn't good enough, and a good call from the captain to bring the fast bowler in. Did the trick.
So 512 for 3 is what Sri Lanka got, as bad light stopped play a little bit early, but Dimuth Karunaratne and Dhananjay De Silva making sure that they batted right through the day with no wicket lost for the Sri Lankans. A partnership of 322 unbeaten. Bangladesh bowling, it was a real toil. Lots of hard work for very little reward. In fact, Bangladesh went through an entire barren day with absolutely no luck or no joy. So that's where the game is. As bad light intervenes on day 4, Sri Lanka 512 for 3, with Bangladesh declaring on 541 for 7, just trailing by 29 runs. So those were the highlights of day 4. Until we see you again, it's goodbye from all of us.